You can talk over this, by the way. I don't have you muted.
Yay.
But if we like this or the other music better?
I don't know. I think maybe I have to hear them all three like back to back because they all kind of slide together.
Need to have an Airwolf graphic then coming and popping up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks, our Thursday night live show. As always, we're glad to have our panel of guests here and you in the chat. We already have some folks viewing us, and that's awesome. Jeff McElwee. Gary's not here now. Thank you, Jeff, because you told him to eat it. And Spitfire is here. Andrew Sada from Middletown, New Jersey, who was at Brick Fair, Virginia last weekend. And I don't know if anybody is technically positive, but we're going to have an uplifting, Lego encouraging show today because it's Lego's birthday.
I was told yesterday.
Belated. It's belated. I didn't get him anything. Oh, you got the little birthday brick?
I got the birthday brick.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. So interesting story about the birthday brick.
How many did you slip in your bag?
I was good. I only got enough for just me to build while I was in the store. I did contemplate getting a second set of parts to bring home for Victoria. But after I explain this little tidbit, you'll understand why I said, I'm not going to. So I didn't realize it, but they had done this promotion in July for 2 days here in the States. Totally missed it. Didn't know about it. I know they did it when they did Mark, how do you say the Lego store in England?
What?
Dead air. Anyway, I'm going to say this wrong. The Lancaster Square?
Leicestershire? Yeah.
Worcestershire?
What's your sister sauce?
It's actually pronounced when it comes to England, all bets are off with England because they might say something like Leicester. And it's like, what?
Yeah, Lecter, Liechtenstein, whatever.
I had to stay at a hotel in England, in London, and it was in the area of Grosvenor Square. And I remember getting in a taxi, and I'm like, I'm going to like Guvesonairs.
Yeah, just because it's in English doesn't mean that we can say it correctly. Because have you ever met anybody from Wales? They technically, they do speak Welsh, but anybody around there who's even speaking English, it doesn't sound like English. I can tell you for a fact. Even the people in Liverpool are a little difficult to understand.
But imagine them nice, proper people coming to the South and us talking to them real fast. So,
at least you, yes, for sure. But anyway, so they had this also available at the reopening of the store in London, and then they also were doing it again for the birthday, which was yesterday, and then also they did it again today. But what was interesting is that Lego didn't market it at all. They let social media take care of it for them. And by doing that, it kind of created like a trickle effect where like not everybody knew about it, but people so when they found out about it, they went to the store. So at North Point, they had 20 people in line yesterday morning at 11 o'clock. And then like after a certain point in time, they only did it for 30 minutes and then they stopped.
Hey, Dana, by the way, just the buzz. If you're having a trickle effect, you might want to see a physician.
Chris beat me to it. I've got some for it. Is that a Dick Trickle reference? Race car? Anyway, so they told
that was next. Thank you very much.
They told me to come back at 4 o'clock, and that they would have another build time. And again, I got there at 4 o'clock. And there wasn't a whole lot of people there, so there was just like a trickle of people going through. And then at 4:30, they stopped, and they said that they would do it again the next morning at 11, and then today again at 4 o'clock. And they only had like 100 enough pieces to make like 100 of these. So it was like a very grassroots, let social media deal with it. So it was a very strange thing for Lego to do. But I mean, it's all just common pieces. I mean, it's not like there was like a little printed brick or stickers or anything like that. But still, it was kind of neat to go and do. But yeah, so
that's cool. Super cool.
Of course, I also want to buy $50 in bricks and pieces to get another bag.
Well, I saw one person complaining, why has it got a cut on the side? Because it's the reference to the original binding brick that I just thought that was where it flexed to grab, but I guess that's where they could put little cardboard pieces or signs or something in there. Is that why?
And actually, I think in the London store for their reopening, there was like a little commemorative piece that you slid into it, which I kind of feel gypped we didn't get a little birthday card to slide in there.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. We've got some folks. Captain Xavier is joining us in the chat. Stever is here. Also, Battery Powered Bricks is here. And awesome. Glad to have you here. Good to see you. So we're celebrating Lego's birthday. So we're going to talk about it. One of our friends from TikTok, I hope, will be joining us later. He said he would. Dom may be joining us, I hope, in a little bit. And everything.
What?
So let's do a quick,
What?
Do what? What?
That guy from TikTok?
The TikTok guy. The TikTok guy.
When we were at Brick World, every time I saw Dom, I would walk by and say, "Hey, are you that guy from TikTok?"
Those kids. Good to troll those kids.
We actually probably need to change our logo from the old gray brick to like an old gray troll or something.
Hey, Xavier, check out your Instagram. I'm sending you an invite now.
Did you not get an invite? That's weird.
Not.
I thought I sent one to him.
He said last time that I think when Mark sends out the emails, he's not on that list.
I
thought I was copying from the Google Sheet.
Oh, I could be wrong.
I think sometimes when you copy and paste from that Google Sheet, when there's blanks and stuff, it then will barf on it after a while. So,
let me see.
I sent him the thing.
Okay.
He's on the thing.
I just want to make sure I'm getting Captain Xavier in there.
Yeah. Cool deal.
Without Captain Xavier, we have no ping. With no ping, we have no fun.
We got to have some castle representation, right? So.
Oh, I got your castle right here, baby. Let me tell you.
I too have a castle.
It was just a dig. Oh, there's somebody at the door.
Okay, so are you sure this Google Sheet is up to date, Mr. Giddens?
I guess so. It should be the one I use. I just saw him ping in here. He's not connected yet, but all right. While we're doing all that, let's go around the room really fast. Let's start with the Canadian I just offended. But
excellent.
That gets me banned.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'm just moving camera because it doesn't actually reach. Great. Hold on. I will get to that in a second. I'm doing okay. Just working on my Space Hainer, which I am attempting to switch cameras for right now. I believe that's the one. Nope, that's my laptop camera. Okay, brand new laptop. Bought this year. Look at this quality of this camera. Isn't that amazing?
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
I got two HP cameras, which
that's kind of funny.
That's amazing.
It's upside down, maybe?
I noticed that.
That's awesome that you can build that upside down and so well.
Wow, that's like that show on the Netflix.
There's my belly and the rest of me.
That show on the Netflix.
I appreciate you wearing new old gray, dark gray brick shirt. That's cool.
Okay, I'm giving up on this. I can't get my arm to go. Come back to me in a few minutes. How about that?
Okay, we can do that. Yeah. This is a quality program. We just lost a viewer as we're doing it.
You're welcome.
Yep. Captain
so Xavier go down.
Xavier looks like he's in a new Star Trek Abrams movie with all that lens flare behind him. It's awesome.
That is some serious lens flare.
There you go.
I'm going to assume that's fog and nothing else. But how you doing, sir?
Well, he is.
I'm good. I'm currently sorting tab stuff, but I have something to show off.
That is
Please
blurry.
keep your pants on. We don't need to see your bathroom.
I am not wearing pants, and you can't make me.
That's fair. Please don't take us to the bathroom to show anything off there.
Got my finger on the button, just FYI. So.
Just okay. So I finally got the 3-in-1 castle built, and then I built the extension for the 3-in-1 castle, and then I decided to look at some old stuff. So we have the 3-in-1 castle with its extension. Very nice. Very nice.
That's very nice.
Then there's the Black Monarch's castle with its wall expansion set.
Interesting.
Which was cool. Then we have the original King's Castle
with its expansion,
with the blacksmith shop and the armory and the Knight's Castle in the back as an additional extension.
Interesting.
Lex.
Because that's a thing you could do. And then we have the Black Falcon Fortress with the guarded inn, the three section wall expansion, and the King's Mountain Fortress as a keep set up in the back.
Interesting.
And that's just neat.
It is neat.
It's very cool that this newest one built on that old tradition. I really like that.
That's cool.
That's what I've been up to.
You know what I learned today? Castle is a bunch of walls.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing.
That's kind of all I saw. Walls.
Walls.
Great.
And drawbridges and towers and some buildings.
I just saw walls.
Prisons.
Being honest. It's okay.
Flags. There's a lot of flags. Don't diss the flags, man.
I didn't. And horses' patoots. That's it.
There is a horse in here somewhere. Yeah.
It is. See, it is. That's what it is. It's a bunch of walls. All right. Let's see. Pink Wheels. What's going on in your world? Oh no. Do you have the plague?
We have something. It's Natalie's, second week of school, and all got something. And our COVID, we took 8 COVID tests between the 3 of us, or 9. So it was mostly Natalie. We test her every morning, and it still said negative, but it feels like COVID. So, yay!
What you gotta do, buy like a case of tests?
You get actually, thanks to our federal government, you get 8 tests a week for free on your insurance.
Oh wow,
So
that's cool.
the more you know. And they actually we didn't have to go from Walgreens to Walgreens looking for them and buying Squishmallows for my child along the way and getting myself. That's what we did. I was gonna say before Christmas because we all thought we had it. And we did have it. I bought one thing.
Ooh,
nice.
I bricklinked it. I don't want the set.
That's fair.
But I want the alien.
It's understandable.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's what
And
for.
if you look at how much Omega costs, it's $30. I'm not paying $30 for Omega. I have to believe they're gonna release her in another set.
It won't be that Omega in that outfit. It'll be Omega.
That's true. Malibu Stacy has a new hat.
Yeah.
Like we were gonna get another.
Well, and that Justifier set is a really bad value too. I mean, it's like it's like 200 pieces less than the Galaxy Explorer and costs $70 more.
Yeah, and it's ugly. The Galaxy Explorer is very aesthetically pleasing, and there's some studs and there's some smooth areas. It was like the Justifier, like there's like no greebling on it. It's just plates with studs because I guess they had to fit into a budget, and that fit in the budget.
What?
So
What? It's that guy from TikTok.
Hey,
I'm
what?
that guy from TikTok.
Did you hit the wrong button? This ain't the TikTok. What's wrong with you, man?
You sent me the invite, or Mark did. I finally have time to actually join one of these. So,
Are you wearing like a Captain Power from the 80s, some sort of helmet going on there with your...
What's the 80s?
I don't know. Let's go back to somebody who
who was alive
born
in
then.
the 80s?
what's the 80? Oh my God! There's an episode on Bluey where the dad retells stories about them in the 80s, and one of the kids asks, "What was the 80s, Dad?" And he's like, "Well, let me tell you." That's all. I'm waiting to buy. I want the stupid Ben or Ned B, that the loading droid from Kenobi, and Bricklink, like the awesome organization that it is, still does not have an entry for the minifig, so you still cannot buy it off Bricklink.
Give it time.
Go Bricklink.
Give it time.
Go
Yeah,
Bricklink.
that is a cool figure, and I do want that one single figure, and I am not buying the whole diorama to get it, so I'll probably try to, try to get that figure.
I'm sure
Well,
I mean, In terms of like a parts pack, it's got a lot of gray. So whenever it goes on sale, I'm sure Bricklink stores
I'm
will buy
thinking,
it up.
yeah,
and
I
sell it out.
agree. It's gonna be like January in Walmart. I think you're gonna have a stack of those hanging out.
We can only hope. However,
Wow, Jeff, thank you.
things have not been going as the way they should.
I'm
That's messed up.
hoping the kid's not gonna be in love with a giant base plate with lava stone things.
Maybe they're a rock enthusiast.
You know what? You know what's more fun than playing with a wall is playing with a rock. So and then you get the rock.
I don't know. I really feel bad for whoever was the Lego designer, and they're like, we're gonna give you some awesome figs. We want you to make a Kenobi set, but it's got to be like this amount of parts. And they're like, crap, I can't do anything with this scene and this. Like, I really don't think any decent Lego designer would purposely make a crappy set. I think it was what do you call it? Budgeted into ugliness.
It's like a cake wreck. You ever seen the site Cake Wreck where they literally write what is on the ticket? Like they write on the cake, say happy birthday, and underneath that write their name in blue. And that's exactly what they write, word for word on the cake. So maybe this designer only got early footage from the volume and they hadn't put the background yet. So it was just some ground and they're like, build that. And that's what they did. So
I personally am waiting for the Darth Vader walking through town, force choking civilians.
It's snapping their
Lego
necks.
set?
That's a great set. Can't wait for that.
yeah, you just pull a fig apart and put some red dots there. It'd be great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Two studs.
That would be super great.
I'm
super
pre-ordering
great.
that day one. That sounds.
Oh, wait, let's go back. Jeff seems to have some camera resolved. Look at that. I love that guardrail. That's
Pretty
awesome.
good. I like that.
I
That's nice.
went from the previous version of this ugliness
Mm.
and realized that the old hoses, if you pull the caps off the ends, they fit into the.
I was just about
the
to ask
power
what was that
Yeah.
piece? That's a great.
Yeah,
Old Hoses Bricks is another channel.
It's
So.
Old Hoser. Oh no, Old
Wow,
Hoser
that's
Bricks. It's
funny.
the Canadian channel.
That's
That should be your channel's name,
Actually,
dude.
that should be. That's actually
Seriously,
a good
old
point.
Hoser bricks.
If you're
Old
having
Bricks.
trickle problems, you go to see Old Hose Bricks.
Old Hose Bricks.
That,
No, that's
that is
really
some
sweet.
NPU right there. That's
Right.
NPU.
Um,
Nice part.
just
Jeff,
looking
Jeff, I have a critique.
Yes, go ahead.
So I love you, buddy. So there's a guy in the control station who has a helmet with a visor to be safe, extra safe, and he's surrounded by windows. But the guy in the yellow spacesuit is like, meh, visor schmizer.
Well, for the record, this is actually indoors, so
I mean, you could still be exposed to toxic gases.
this is true. Well, you know what? I would write a letter to the '80s and say, "Where's their visors?"
I will.
Sticking with the source material.
What about the with space OSHA?
Space OSHA is going to be pissed.
It's a small bit of cellophane in there.
Would it be
That's what
called
it is.
SPOSHA at that point?
OSHA, yes.
SPOSHA.
Yes. All right. Speaking of OSHA, Jeff.
Hi.
Jeff, there's something different about you, Jeff. Your shirt and your identification doesn't match.
It does. I'm wearing me, but in the past with a beard. But now
I don't know. I think this is Mirror Universe, Jeff.
It could be Mirror
I'm gonna say
Universe, Jeff.
It is in the Mirror Universe. Actually, the evil Jeff does not have facial hair. So
The evil Jeff is actually really nice and wants to be around people and is engaging in conversation. And the other real Jeff is like, why the fuck am I here? So
Hey,
everybody gets one. All right.
G-rated content.
Not today, sir.
all right, let me just go ahead and give a cursory. There we go. There we go. All right, thank you.
All right. So, Lego stuff. So I got some orders in, which I'm really excited about. So we're going to be drafting the postcard, the New York postcard, in our next lug meeting, which I'm pretty stoked about because all those wonderful blue pieces are great. I'm hoping that I can score that. And I also, for those of you that know me, you will also know that I have a weird satisfaction with undersea activities. So I got this, and it's great, and I love it, and I can't wait to build it. But, space, renovations, blah, 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 broken record. But I'm really looking forward to building some of the stuff that I've gotten. And I also got a cool action figure pack of like props. So now we have Azrael Batman drinking a beer and eating a hot dog. Maybe he won't be so grumpy anymore.
Is that in like the Justice League Bruce Timm kind of style action figure, or
This is the Batman the Animated Series style of so like there's a whole line of this, and if you check out my channel, you'll be able to see several reviews on them.
Tell us where to find it.
It's literally just my name. It's just Jeff McAwee on YouTube, and you go from there. But these figures are
nice plug.
These figures are horrible and great. Like they're awesome. They look detailed, right? Like this came right from the cartoon. Trying to get them to stand is not good.
They're terrible at standing. Yes,
they are very top heavy. Azrael is the only one that I've had no issues with. But like the Deathstroke, the Robin, the Batman from season 4, Chris, the one that we both really like. Catwoman, they're like, what? Do we even have feet? And just flop.
yes.
There's 20 seconds of blooper reel on on the Robin review where I am literally trying to get the figure to stand for a 10-minute video.
I have the 10-inch version of all of those, and they don't want to stand up either. It's a thing.
It is pretty great, yeah. But like you take a Marvel Legend and you can literally put them anywhere and they're good to go. So there's that.
Good deal. All right, man. Welcome back. We missed the beard. So wait. Moment of silence, everyone, for the beard.
It'll grow back. It's like 90 degrees.
Shut up! Moment of silence for your beard.
It's like 75% humidity. It's hot.
Fine.
I don't want the beard right now.
Fine. All right. Well, we have brought on board a young. Oh, we got to add my friend Paul to the stream. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Hi.
My friend Paul. My space mule, Paul. How are you? Oh, wait. Your hair is colored.
Yeah,
What?
I'm bleaching my hair. I'm dyeing it Lego orange after I get done with this live.
Nice.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was literally in the middle of bleaching my hair when I got y'all's email. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna be late. But it turned out really well. I've never used this very specific bleach, but it looks good. And I'll have a Lego orange. It will be this Lego orange, I promise.
That's cool. What's up in your Lego world other than oranging your hair?
I got Lego. I got the pirate VIP thing, and for some strange reason, I had to get a taxi.
Nice.
Actually, one more thing. A friend of mine ordered a special. He wanted the X-wing, the original UCS X-wing, but 501st style. So I got my hands on one, and I'm changing all the colors out to 501st colors.
Nice.
It's about halfway done. I'm still tweaking the lining on it, but I'm just putting it together the way it's supposed to be first, just the different colors. But yeah, so far so good. I love this set. I will almost want to keep it for myself, but I'm getting paid for it. So
yeah, money's good.
Yeah. FYI, the second in Charles that is between us, that I know that some other people in this have been to, that second in Charles. I walked in one day and the pieces, all the rare pieces, basically all the pieces to that first UCS X-wing were sitting in the pick bin.
I got lucky. I had to get a friend of mine who actually had one of these. He goes, I don't really want it anymore. I don't collect the Star Wars stuff anymore. And I'm like, okay, let's do some trading. So did some trading, and I got it for a reasonable price. And now
nice.
I didn't have to pay any cash for it, so it was great. And then I went to the Lego store. I picked up, actually, give me 2 seconds. I'll show you what I grabbed as well. I don't know if we got this for free if you went over there and built it. So that's the main reason I even went to the Lego store today. And they go, oh, if you spend $50, you can get this little pirate poly bag. So
nice.
And then also the last one, lots of masonry bricks. Oh my God, so many masonry bricks. I love it.
That's awesome. Good deal. Well,
yeah.
That's super awesome. I need to get over the store, but I've got to stay away from. I got to stay away from temptation for a while.
That was my last purchase for a very long time.
3 Galaxy Explorers, and I'm hurting. So,
sorry.
All right. And I could buy one more, and could have hit castle level, but I would have 4 cool spaceships and not walls. Anyway,
not to kiss your ass or anything, but you build better spaceships than the Galaxy Explorer that was released.
I completely agree with that.
well, I don't know about that, but it was fun to build that and experience the Galaxy
Look at
Explorer.
him being humble. He's like, I'm not that good of a builder.
Whatever.
Well, when I'm going,
My
the
builds are
techniques are
okay.
mind blowing. So whatever. Anyway, all right. Well, let's talk to our TikTok friend. What's up, man? Are you on the TikTok?
I am. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm on TikTok. Like, but I'm not live on TikTok.
Yeah, you could be live on TikTok now and be like all hip, and you could point people to our channel. And
I could do that, but that would require me using too much internet. I could try. Honestly, I might try.
Don't do
It
that.
doesn't-
Don't pander to this.
it
Don't
doesn't
do
matter.
that.
You don't have to pander to us. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't
Are you
pander.
sure? I can very
I
much
like
do
them.
so.
Man, you guys are awesome.
Get
Don't-
this chat going.
Don't do
Get
Chris
this
any
party
favors.
popping.
Then you give him ass a cookie, he's gonna want a glass of milk.
True. Give them an inch, they take a mile.
You give
That's
a
right.
giraffe a cigar, he's gonna want a lap dance. It's not a good time.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Probably not, but I'm good. But so what's up in your Lego world, man? I've been following you. What happened this weekend? What's going on?
Well, last week was Brick Fair, Virginia, which was absolutely amazing. Bricking Up Rad was there, and we all had a lot of fun with some other Lego TikTokers, and it was an absolute blast. I'm still recovering from it. I actually have a cough drop because my voice is so sore from talking so much. And it was a lot of fun. It was my first time displaying any mocks, so that was cool. I didn't win any awards, but it was fun anyway. The yard sales were cool. The vendors, like most Lego shows, are vendor pricing. But the yard sales, I spent quite a bit of money.
That's pretty easy
Not
to do.
not the whole shelf here, but everything over there. This little bit. That stay tuned for the Chicago Hall YouTube video.
It's
Cool
like, well, you see what happened was.
I spent money. But then I sold some stuff the following yard sale Saturday night.
So you
And
got
that helped. It not really, but it lessened the blow.
Oh, is that Aaron? That's
That
Aaron.
is
Hey, Aaron.
That's Aaron.
That's awesome.
That's Aaron. She was also at Brick Fair, another Lego content creator. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we're already planning next year. Brick World, Chicago, and Brick Fair, maybe one other big convention to all go to. But there was like 14 of us. It was crazy. We had
No,
a
I
whole
saw
lot
the
of
pictures.
posse and everything. It was awesome.
Well, I was going to get to it later, but I'll get to it now. Like 20 years ago was my first one up in Virginia, and I can remember hanging around. Mark wasn't at that one. He came to 2003. That was the first one we went to together. 2003, yeah. But I can remember sitting with Adrian and Brom and a couple other guys just at a restaurant next door, talking the brick. We'd only been online. They didn't have cameras back in those days. But anyway, we just threw message boards and stuff like that, hanging around with that. Basically, your squad, right?
Your squad,
Dude,
your posse.
You guys need to make sure you prioritize that every
We
year.
will. We are.
Do it every year. Make it a priority. Life's going to happen. Family's going to happen. That kind of stuff. But y'all need to
Like
keep
conventions.
doing that
Yeah.
because you don't get that back. And thinking about that 20 years ago, seeing you guys in your group hanging around. So just here, pro tip: keep doing that.
We will.
Don't let stuff get in the way, and don't let petty stuff like get in the way. Y'all keep doing that and having fun with that. And I think it was Epic Bricks who was all like, "Dude, I didn't make enough content." Don't go to make content. Go to hang around your friends.
Yeah.
Maybe take pictures if you want, that kind of stuff. Don't worry about entertaining everybody. A con is for you to hang out with your friends, so keep doing that. So just pro tip. Keep that up, man.
Pro
Also,
tip.
try to remember to take a day to go shoot zombies in a VR thing.
Sure.
Sure, yeah. The one night we went to Dave and Buster's, there was about I think 12 of us, and it takes them. There's a good bit of us, so it takes them a while to get our food, and then we all we eat, we're all done, and it took them like almost 2 hours just to get our checks. So at that point, all but like 4 of us were like, we're going home, and then I and some others stayed to play games. But yeah, cons are not
throw in there.
Engineer. I would disagree. I only go to these things to make content and make my money. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was so much fun. I beat Dawn. Yeah, she beat me in ski. No, I didn't. No. I beat you by 100 points. I
Well,
beat you
maybe
by
she
100
said, maybe
points.
she was saying she beat you with a skee ball, like pegged you when you were running off.
Very much good.
Chris, pegging, we don't need to talk about pegging. That's not what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Anywho, there was a dodgeball game with actual dodgeballs. John and I pelted each other a few times, and we didn't get yelled at, which was crazy. So that was cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it was
Ooh,
great.
shots fired.
Oh no!
No, I'm not. I beat you by 100 points. Don't have it. I played again and beat your score.
Shots
All right.
fired.
Now that you mentioned that,
Let's see. I think I'm connected with her on the Instagrams. Let me invite her in. Hang on a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
no, do not get Aaron in here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on. It'd be great.
No,
It'd be like a
it's
slap
bad as
fight in the
is.
middle of our show. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Where's the Napoleon Dynamite one? Where is it? This is your perfect cue, and you didn't even play it.
Oh darn it! I can't do that at the same time as this. Anyway, Mr. Sandline, I don't believe it.
That was great.
Peace. Let's see. I'm gonna take care of this.
No, but Brick Fair was a lot of fun. I'm in PA, so Brick Fair extends next month, and that's about an hour away from my house. So I'm still debating if I want to go or not. I just don't know who's all going, to make the trip. Like, who are my other friends that are going? Joey might go because he's in New York, and Joey, that dude's a legend. Oh my goodness. He's the master model builder he's one of the master model builders in the New York Legoland park. Dude's a nut. Dude's insane. Chillest guy ever.
One of Ryan's minions.
That's right. Our friend Ryan.
Not anymore. Lego TikTok's got him now. The Brick Talkers, we got him now. He had so much more fun hanging out with us.
Ryan, so he's Ryan's minion.
Yeah, Ryan's his boss. So,
I think we're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about a different Ryan. Ryan.
No. When Joey goes back to work, he says, "Yes, sir," to Ryan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, our old friend Ryan Wood, who Ryan used
we were
to be
talking
the kid
about
in the group many years ago.
He was talking about his boss knew. I think he said he thinks his boss knows some of you guys. So
okay,
it's crazy how so many Lego people know each other. It's crazy.
You need to tell Joey to go to work tomorrow and say, "Hey Ryan, what are fleep knockers?"
That sounds like an HR issue in the head.
That does
Yeah.
Joey texted me the next day after that. I got fired from Legoland.
Actually, Ryan would probably have to pull up his shirt and he'd have him ready to go. So
it's hilarious.
This is Joey's boss right here. That's him.
How long ago was that photo taken?
The funny thing is that
I think this
picture looks like he's
was
an
taken
astronaut.
around. I think this photo was taken around 2008 or 9 or thereabouts. It's an older photo.
What were conventions like back then?
Fun.
Just
we hewn our bricks out of the living rock of.
Hey, Martin, it's Brick Snaps. What's popping?
He
He gave me Martin. Thanks for the free Lego, by the way. He got sets at the yard sale, pulled out the minifigures, and then just gave me the builds. It was like a Toy Story set and this.
That sounds like a Martin.
Droid Escape.
It sounds like classic Martin. Classic Martin.
But now I have these parts to build a cool spaceship.
Just whatever you do, don't hug him.
He's the
Why?
nicest Alabamian.
He is.
Whatever you do not leave random Jack Stone figs in his mouth.
Yeah, most of us at the Brick Talk table got Jack Stone, and my friend Ben the Builder made a whole meme out of it. It's great. Like,
Moden started it. I did it to Martin at Brook Fair, Alabama, and he was convinced somebody else did it like the entire weekend. And then I think Brian, my husband, bought him something on the Pickerick Wall here in Atlanta, and he packed it up, and I think he threw some more Jack Stone.
Mm-hmm. Like Aaron said, Jack Stone was everywhere. Almost like a bunch of mocks got Jack Stone. It was.
Well, that's because
bad.
Moto went to some second-hand Lego store,
Well, was
and bought
he at
like literally
Virginia? I
a
didn't see him at
gallon bag
Virginia.
of Jackstone figures.
No, he gave them like religiously at one convention, and they just crawled to the next one and started being distributed. So
That's
Well,
hilarious.
the guy at the
Wasn't me, I just
local
gave them
Bricks
away.
and Minifigs over in Johns Creek, he saves them for me now.
That's awesome.
Meredith, I really think it is that no one buys them. So when you walk in, he's like, "Oh, hey, I saved these for you."
He does, but
Like,
you know, hey.
Take them home. I don't want them.
Yep.
all right, I'm gonna try again, Aaron. Hang on.
This is amusing watching the 50-year-old man try to use technology that he uses every week.
How do I copy link? How do I forward message?
I know that technology. Anyway.
Did you drop him?
Let's see.
Stan.
So I checked the Google sheet again, and I did not see Captain Xavier's name on it. So let's blame Chris for that one too. That's Chris's fault.
Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
see how it is. I get the picture. I understand.
It's Chris's fault.
I see where I stand.
Xavier, it's just because you build superior pirate ships, but Chris doesn't understand that they're not spaceships, so therefore he gets confused in his old age.
Well,
If I put a canopy on a pirate ship, will it count?
You can put
You know, this was supposed to be a chat where we were nice about Lego, but being mean to the host is not included.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't have control over who comes on your show.
kind of
So
part of
this is all on you.
Ooh, you're even getting abuse in
Wow,
the chat.
that's fire.
There you
Wow. This feels like one of my streams where people just roast the crap out of me.
See, look at there. I can just do this, and then
Oh man, you broke the camera.
I did.
It
I
is your
did.
show after all.
You're scaring the children.
No,
Hey, that's my job, actually.
that's my.
Let's go to Mr. Sandlin real fast and find out what's up in
Speaking
his
of
world.
children, speaking
Hi,
of
Mark.
children, I gotta go get my child to bed.
All right.
Well, let's say bye to Mare first.
Bye.
Bye, Meredith.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I don't even think we
That
got
was
to
me
hear
again,
what's going on
sorry.
in her Lego world.
It's,
Well,
you know,
yeah,
flowers and
unfortunately.
plants and friends. So.
So I'm still surrounded by space. You can see I got my space here. I got my space here. But this week I did build the Ford GT and Ford Bronco sets.
I love that set.
Yeah, the Bronco is a really neat build, even though I don't care anything about the truck. This has all kinds of crazy snot building going on, and it's a really nice build. And it comes with 6 wheels, of which I'm dropping them on the floor. 6 wheels with red hubs that I can use to make classic spacey, rovery something or other.
Space.
So this truck is probably not going to last very long before I pull it apart and use the pieces, and particularly the wheels, to do something classic spacey and fun.
Mark, I have a silly question. It looks like there's a yellow mech to your left behind you.
Yes.
Yes. What is that?
That is the baby dolphin mech.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Excuse me. I built this, I don't know, 2020 when we were doing various little builds and things, and it you know what? It even transforms. You can fold the legs up, and you can fold the arms up like this, and take the legs and put it back like that, so you can sort of like, you know, a little submarine-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's
Come
a
on,
baby
dude,
dolphin in it.
Make the noise. There you go.
Chris has got to have that Jetsons noise. He requires it.
Fix my hearing
So,
in
yeah.
my old age.
That's so cool.
Go find Bud. So.
That's a Flipper reference for anybody not born.
That's right. That's a very old reference. That show was even before our time, but we saw it in reruns. So
Yeah.
Yes, because that was all if the president was on, that was our only option. So, all right, and let's go to Mr. David Zool. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Hello, everyone in TV land or internet land or whatever you want to call it these days. I am sitting here sorting, or not really sorting. I'm going into tubs of old gray. This is one of 2 big tubs of old gray with all sorts of parts to pull out together to go into this bag here, which I believe is about, I think I figured it out, it's about 95% of a Black Falcon's Knight Castle.
Oh, nice.
Missing 1 shield, 2 minifigures, and like a few pieces in green, like 1 piece in green and maybe a couple pieces in black, which I'm sure I can find pretty quick. I'm also out of 1x4 and 1x6 bricks in light blue and old gray because I used them in Habitat, so I'm gonna have to replace those as well.
You're missing what and what colors? What colors?
Light gray.
Which bricks?
1x4s and 1x6s.
I'll probably hook you up.
I can hope so. I did do some shopping. As we referenced earlier, I did go to the Lego store. I did get one of the anniversary bricks, the birthday bricks, which was kind of cool and fun. They also happened to have been getting new Pick-a-Brick in at that same time. So I wound up grabbing 1x10s to go with the other 1x10s I got earlier this year. I got 1x2 sand blue bricks. Ooh. That's right, sand blue.
Nice. Huh. They didn't have those when I was there.
And then I did a stack of medium stone gray in 8x8s, and then also 8x8s in tan.
Nice.
So, which somebody asked me, they were really surprised, like, how did I fit these into a cup? I'm like, you just stack them and then you fill. I don't know.
Right.
Spatial math is not for everyone. So did that. And then I did do some filler. I threw in some little of those 2x2s that only have two studs, kind of a weird jumper. Grabbed some nougat 1x2s. I don't know why, but I grabbed some of these 1x1 purple brackets. I swear I grabbed like a pinch, and I wound up with I don't know. I probably will use like 2 of these ever, but I do have an idea for a new Habitat in purple, so they might get used all the way. And as I believe it was Paul was mentioning, yes, you spend $50 and they will throw a VIP pack at you.
It's not even that. It's just random pirate stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just well, they did it. It was originally a promotion for VIP points, and evidently either it did really well or it did really, really bad, and that's why we're getting them now.
I don't think they actually released that one. I think that's what it was. They released
well, Shannon in our log, I think he got them, so I'm gonna have to check with him on that one. So, so along with parting out the Black Falcon Castle, I also got a little airplane set from 1987, I think, that I'm missing 1 minifigure too. I have this base plate is a filling station from 1984, I believe. I am missing just the sticker sheet, basically. So I'm going to order that from my brickstickershop.com, which unfortunately is in the Netherlands or Denmark or something like that. So it'll be like a month before I get the stickers to build that.
Right.
But they are fantastic stickers, so they are well worth it. And then there was also a little fire engine here that is also missing 2 bricks that I'm going to go ahead and order. This is a 1976 fire truck with the yellow ladder, which is kind of cool. I got to show you this yellow ladder because I'd only ever had the ladders that had 2 extensions, and this one, does 3.
That's
That was the key component when I found this in the box. I was like, oh, that's not got to be common. And I think it came in like 2 sets. And this one with the funky old minifigures that have no arms and no faces.
Nice.
So it goes with that. And then I think that's it. Oh,
I like how you toss that very rare piece just aside, you know.
Are you kidding? Those things have been thrown all over the place. They were secondhand from somebody else's.
They're
who
fine.
knows what's going on. And not share, done, slideshow.
Okay, don't make fun of him talking through the thing like an old man, you know. Just
We like Dana.
Okay, we won't.
No, that's it. I get it. It's fine.
We weren't gonna.
what they said. But anyway, that being said, let us go to. Oh, I gotta actually present it, don't I?
Yeah.
Do it. Here we go.
There it is.
Wait, add stream. No.
Broke
Here
it.
Wait.
I'm not saying a word.
We have too many people. There we go. Where did everybody go?
Space.
We're in space.
The final frontier.
Anyway. All Great Brick set of the week.
Set of the week.
And if you
Simon Lou.
and if you follow me on Instagram, this will be no surprise as to what the Old Great Brick set of the week is. It is 7. Castle.
Wow.
Monster.
The theme is Next to Night Season 4 from 2017. Came with 1,426 pieces. You got 11 whopping minifigures in that bad boy. Retail price was $129. Of course, that also probably says something about the fact that used goes for $115.
Yikes.
But new in box will run you $188, give or take, if you want one. There's very few of them out there. I don't know. Anyway, well, why is it cool? It's got orange and trans orange green galore. I mean, you can barely even know there's any blue in that set because it's all orange. It's got a rover.
It does have a rover.
It's got a spaceship.
Okay.
So that's why. Yeah, there you
And
go.
last but not least, it annoys Mark Harrison. So this.
Oh, let me just go ahead and throw this on there. It never gets old, but you know.
Oh wait,
That's great.
We're
That's
not even close to
fantastic.
beating that dead horse. This week's Old Great Brick set of the week is the 70357 Night Castle, and
Poor Mark.
This is beautiful. Beautiful.
I feel dirty.
it's pristine. It's in a sealed box.
And I would
Ah.
destroy it and take it apart and just play with it.
I think Mark Erickson right now is twitching uncontrollably. And
His ears are burning.
Doesn't know why.
I bet he even said darn it.
Because I had to troll Mark because he was so excited holding his castle anniversary set over his so I had to parody him today with the Nightingale Castle, and literally not just like 30 seconds after I posted it, he responded back with me, "You're an abomination!"
He knows the Bible. He knows what that means.
Awesome.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. I told him, I said, originally I thought about holding up 3 Galaxy Explorer boxes, and he's like, "Yeah, but that's actually a good set, where this set sucks, so it's funny." And I'm like, yeah, it sucks.
Don't worry, Dana. After we get done, I will do the picture with the other one.
Do the 4 tracks.
I will.
You know, Dana, I think your next cosplay project needs to just be a whole Nexo Night costume that you wear to the next convention.
Might be the tall order, but yeah.
Dana, I might go as the yellow Nexo Knight if you do that.
With that
Axel.
yellow Nexo Knight. Nice.
That would be cool. That would be hilarious.
Axel.
For sure, it would be Axel. It would be fun.
Are we talking about good times with Lego memories now?
We can.
For the 12
We have to
minutes
have a
we got,
topic.
Sure, why not?
Look,
Over
I
the
had
next
to
12
reach up in my closet and find these damn things, all right?
Oh, you came prepared to the meeting? I'm impressed.
So, like, I want to talk about Space Police 2.
Okay.
Because that's...
So it is the birthday. We trashed at the birthday party a little bit earlier, then they just start trashing me, but it's okay. But it is Lego's birthday, so let's give some good, positive memories of what Lego has meant. Because obviously we're spending money on it, so we should have some happy memory somewhere. But anyway, all right, Jeff, what you got?
Jeff Snavely, no, the yellow one is not the cowardly one. But
He is
so
yellow.
this is from Space Police 2.
Yes.
I have the prisoner transport that every Space Police ship comes with. But the reason that I picked this one is because of the uniform. It's the police chief's uniform, and I could never afford the big honking one. Like that's a goal one day.
Behold, I flex upon you.
Yeah, thanks, Xavier. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've got 2 of those in the basement.
Thanks. Cool. Great.
I don't know what that means.
But this line like really got me interested because it was right at the height of Jeff's sci-fi learning when he was a kid. So like, space police was like a thing, and I was really excited about that. And then Ice Planet happened, and I loved the colors of it. And like, I had all of the small sets. I never had any of the big sets, but I think with Aquanauts being close to being complete, I only need one more set. I'm going to start moving on to that and seeing what I can do for the bigger set. So, and that leads me, of course, into Aquanauts, which this is Sequest DSV was on at the same time as this. And when this came out, it was like, oh, it's Lego Sequest sets because you're like 10. And I just remember getting these, and then I just remember Ice Planet melting and having like a crazy plot that only kids do, and like they had to start building submarines and like I don't know, but
that's cool.
That's how like the
Sounds
world
good.
existed, and that's how it led into one thing or another. And like the space police would check up on them, and Spyrius would be Spyrius and bad guys. But that's a lot of good memories I have, just like playing on like your living room or your bedroom floor and just like building these crazy worlds with all this stuff, and then trying to build stuff based on this, and you're like, it looks as good as the original as the set, and you like show it to your mom and dad, and they're like, good job. Meanwhile, they're like, man, you should get this kid some help. I don't know, but it's awesome. Like these things were fantastic, and
yeah. And Dom will be able to confirm this. Did y'all see? Because the underwater, the Aquanauts and stuff was initially designed as a space theme, water planet space theme.
Daniel from
Petron. And so dude had a remake of that monorail that was in that at Brick Fair. And my big question is, where did he get those domes in red? Did he custom those himself?
He made them.
So what color did he ruin to make them red?
Because
if they're yellow, he might need to be slapped.
It wasn't yellow. I think it was orange. I think he used orange one.
Okay, then he's okay.
Yeah. It would make sense to do orange because the color change would be easy to deal with.
Yeah, that's
Daniel's
true.
a hell of a builder.
He is. He's a great builder. He did that Lego Island display, and I was hoping to do a few videos with him with the Lego Island and the Seatron, but that Seatron mock he made inspired Joey and I to eventually do a collab together next Brick Fair, Virginia. So I got to do Seatron research because I think that was such a cool idea, and what could have been. You can't help but wonder what could have been with Seatron.
Look to Unitron and look to Aquazone for inspirations from that. What could have been. Unitron was supposed to be part of the Seatron thing, but those ships were supposed to be aquatic and spaceships at the same time. So they just changed them a lot. Like the carrier with the wheels, it was supposed to be able to be a submarine that launched a ship. And that's there's some Lego knowledge none of you jerks knew.
I feel enriched today. So
I love it. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
That is cool. Yeah. There's some really cool pictures on some Lego websites of all that concept art for Seatron and other versions of Blacktron that we didn't get to see, which were pretty amazing if you ask me. So all right, so good deal.
Personally, I feel screwed that we never got the Gangsters set in Prohibition Legoland. I don't know.
Some themes we got that modular that had, we got that airplane with suitcases and money being exchanged. It's like midnight transfer or something like that, and a van and a plane, and there's like cash and like drugs in the suitcases. That was an actual set, and that was
Lego doesn't do
that come out?
Primer or War.
No, they didn't.
I mean,
all right, somebody else. Somebody else, big idea, big like some of your favorite memory of the brick in your life.
So this is kind of a different thing. I'm going to keep talking. I'm sorry.
Or just be Jeff.
Yeah, go for it.
As an older
He came prepared.
I did.
He did the homework.
I did. When they started doing license themes, like when we got Star Wars, everybody grew up with Star Wars, and like, I don't know, I was 18, 17, somewhere around there when they started coming out. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll buy this X-Wing. So I bought the X-Wing. And then Indiana Jones happened. And I went, okay, I guess I'm going to buy all of these. They didn't buy all of them, but I bought a few of them. And then Batman came out. So, like, when you were a kid, you know, you played with these things when you were a kid. Like, you might have had some Indiana Jones toys. You might have had some Batman toys. All that fun stuff, right? So, like, as they're coming out in Lego, and as you're an older kid at that point, you're like, I remember this. So that nostalgic flair hit me hard. I guess that's why I don't really have nostalgia anymore. But as they started coming out with, like, more licensed themes, and I don't like licensed themes in the first place, but, you know, when it's Batman or it's, like, the Ninja Turtles or Indiana Jones, you're like, sure, you're all about it. And that was a cool thing, too, because you were finally able to see some of those things that you've always wanted to see again, but in Lego. And then when you got the parts, and as you're older, you're like, well, I can just build a Batcave, and then you would just build a Batcave, or I can build a sewer lair, and then you would build a sewer lair, or stuff like that. So that was cooler as a older millennial. So,
Well, and I think that's one of the things for me, and I still build this way, is I build the toy that I wanted to play with when I was 10. I mean, in general, when I'm building something, no matter what it is, I want to inhabit it and think about it as a play thing that I would play with when I was 10. And so that's what makes me happy. That's what's fun about it. So, you know, bringing up all that kind of stuff. Although I watched Jang's review of the Atari 2600 today. It was pretty funny. He said, yeah, this is a great build. This brings back all the things. This is $260. Then he pulls out an actual 2600. He says, I bought this for $50 and it works. So maybe just buy this.
That's funny. Good content.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan of play features, of things that make it fun to actually play with. As opposed to model building, but with Lego. That's just always been my philosophy. I had a friend when I was a little kid who he just did it as model building. He built the pirate ship and he put it on the shelf and never played with it. And that was just weird to me. But that's how he enjoyed it. And a lot of the sets that they come out with now are very clearly meant to be put on a shelf and looked at. But I like that they're getting back to more things that are clearly designed to be played with. And that's just me being a big kid. And this one needs to get off my lawn.
Wow.
Well, you know, I just thought it was a good illustration of having.
I just built the original Flash speeder from 2000. Okay, I want to hear it. This is really old. Okay?
Oh, great! So you built a fake Star Wars.
Really old. I was in college when that came out. You fetus.
Was I?
Yep. Although I will say that set has one of my favorite Lego pieces ever. That 1x1 green tile.
Yeah, I noticed that while building. I was like, I've never seen this piece before.
Dom. 1976.
I can't even fathom that. Honestly.
No, you can't.
Your daddy wasn't even a thought or an.
Yeah, your dad probably wasn't even born.
Nah, he was. Dad was 62.
That doesn't even qualify as the late 1900s anymore. That's more of the mid 1900s.
So Thanks, you know what they say, Captain Xavier? Everybody Legos differently. So there are some set builders, there are mockers.
Exactly.
There are people who buy sealed sets and they
just put them on a shelf. And just put them on a shelf. And again, I find that really weird.
My friend Sligo
I used to find that borderline offensive, and now I understand it. And she's like, no, that's what brings them joy. Then that's how they should do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
And when they cash them babies in and go to Aruba for their retirement years, then
we'll understand the true value of all of this. And I say this as someone who has, all of those classic space sets just on a shelf. But I played with them, prodigiously as a small child. I remember getting many of those sets as a kid.
Yeah.
And, like Jeff had a huge backstory to all of them and interactions and the characters. And I did the same thing with Castle, especially with Castle. I had whole storylines.
Okay.
Wait,
we gotta talk about that for a minute. Speaking of backstory, we gotta talk about how the white suit astronauts were just like grunts. Red suit guys were pilots. The yellow guys were engineers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The black suit
You guys
guys
were
were like
science.
special operations. They were
Because
like
they were
the
so rare.
kinda-
Nice.
Yeah, those
Ooh,
black
yeah.
And the yellow ones were naked.
I'm a
Did
blue.
you all have the same rules, or are these just his?
No, those were kind of universal.
Cool.
It was like a time before the internet where you just knew to blow on the inside of an Atari cartridge to make it work.
I was saying,
Did not know where that was going.
Was
Did
was it
not know where that was
like
going.
which ones came in which sets kind of made it intuitive, or
No, you just
A little bit.
worked it out.
I mean, look at
Star
the
Trek uniforms. I will say that for mine was different. White were still grunts, just the ground. Red were engineers for me because of Scotty, I think.
yeah.
Yellows were scientists, so they were weird and naked, and then blue were commanders, and then the black ones were the pilots for me because they were all,
Mhm.
And I thought he was going to go to red, were red shirts from Star
Yeah, there
Trek.
you
They were the
That's
ones
what
that
I thought
died
he was
every time.
They were the
Every time
soldiers.
a ship crashed, the red guys died.
How many ways are there to die on this planet, Spock? 4. Send me 4.
Well, that's what I did with my Future Time guys. Was the I didn't have the white guys because they were no longer the white guys there, but I had the black, the red, the
Look,
blue.
I mean,
Hello.
do I have to prove it to you? The red guys were pilots.
They were pilots.
The
They were
red guys
engineering
were
people.
pilots.
In every set, the red guys were pilots and the white guys were driving around the vehicles. Just-
Can we talk about
reassigned
Rock
them.
Raiders? These sets are so cool. What are your guys' thoughts on Rock Raiders?
They were like an
guys-
extension of space that we never really talk about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At the
Yeah.
time, Rock Raiders were very blocky, a little oversimplified. They didn't have glass, and that canopy would have been cool if they'd have put glass in it, which it was made to, but they never did.
I didn't
The
know that.
builds were really
The
simple.
figures were cool.
The figures were great. The tools were great. But they were some of the first ones to come with that big spud of a vehicle
Yeah.
base,
Huge piece.
and that sucked. That was
You're
just super suck right there.
The
So
monsters were cool, though. The rock monsters were
Rock
really cool.
Rock
Monsters
Monster
are
was
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
Those are
first
some
ever
cool
big
pieces.
figs.
They kind of
Shout out to
didn't
Rock
fit
Monsters.
in any of the other. Like they weren't space, they weren't castle, they weren't pirate, they weren't city.
They
Where
were
do you
Rock
put these
Raiders.
guys? Yeah,
Rock Raiders.
Someone, I know that Mtron is supposed to actually was supposed to be like
There you go.
firefighters or something like that in space.
That's my
repair, yeah,
theory.
search and rescue.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
someone was had theorized that they were more like miners,
Yeah,
I've heard this
rotation
theory.
miners,
Blah, blah,
and
blah.
that
That's
Rock
how they
Raiders
were.
like
Yeah, in Europe they were advertised as like search and rescue. In America they were miners because
right.
capitalism, I guess. I
Right.
don't know.
So Rock Raiders was kind of like the next level beyond Mtron for some people.
Yeah, that was no. Seriously, miners. Darn it, miners.
miners, not miners.
I can't find the big airship of the.
And they
this
can't
I
be
have,
more
but I
than
know I
12
have
years
it.
old.
So
Kind of
one thing
bummed.
I want to talk about just real fast. So while this doesn't have necessarily to do specifically with my childhood, but one of my favorite things as an AFOL was in 2018 when I went to Brick Fair, Alabama, and teamed up with Wes Higgins, who was another classic set collector. And between the two of us, we had town, castle, pirate, and space for a good 30 plus years, spanning across all those themes. And my favorite thing all weekend long was to watch people come along. Kids were always ooh, ah, ah, the monorail's always cool, but to watch a 30 to 40 or 50-year-old, I had that one. The kid on the street had that one. My brother had that one, and I wanted it. I always wanted that one, and I never got it. To watch them glow in excitement of reliving that childhood moment, that they no longer even had those sets anymore, but just you could see them instantly shrink down to a 7-year-old, and the excitement and the glee in them. It was worth all the time and effort to set up at that show just to see them excited about it.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I don't
at,
know.
my favorite
at-
April memories.
I don't know
BrickCon
if Rock
last
Raiders
year.
ever did anything for me. So.
At BrickCon last year, I got to help a local store with their merchant booth at there, and they had nothing but vintage sets. And the number of times people came up and said, and it was like I was at the table where it was all the little bitty ones, the old poly bags and the small sets. And the number of times people came up and said, that was my first set as a kid.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I must have it. Here you go, money.
That's cool. That's
It was really cool. Just that. Oh my God! I haven't seen this since I was 3. And you're like, well, there it is.
Yep.
For $20. And it's like, take my money.
Take my money now.
It was actually really cool.
Cool.
The same thing. Yeah, seeing the nostalgia just wash across their face was just priceless.
Yeah.
I guess there were
me-
price tags on everything, so you know.
For
If
me,
I ever
finding-
find, go ahead.
Good.
Sorry, I was going
What?
to say, for me, finding monorail in the early 2000s at a yard sale,
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the one. Because it was before the prices were high. It was just like,
Yeah.
Isn't it like $25 for a piece of track?
Pretty
Yep.
close
Like
for
that.
straight track.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I
And
One of
found
these days I'll
Second
do
and Charles.
something.
I found monorail track at that Second and Charles in the pig bin too.
I remember
So
you telling me. That's insane.
I saw
Oh,
a
yeah.
monorail in Colorado that I really wanted to buy. It was $659 for the Futuron one. I didn't have $659.
Someone at Brookfield, Virginia, Thursday night at the yard sale was selling the Futron monorail. I think pre-owned for like $400 to $500 around that ballpark. And
wait,
my friend
what
Maticus
the
was
flex is that?
that's-
Look at there.
wow.
I hate you.
It only has like 2 straight tracks, but
But still.
Xavier's got his retirement drawer right
Yeah.
there.
I have 3. I have the original one and then 2 of the Unitron ones. I bought one and won the other one in a contest.
Ha! I have 2 of each. Take that.
Oh,
Captain
you
Xavier.
fiend!
I could
I've
probably
been
flex
flexible.
that, but I'm not going to.
oh, there it is.
Oh,
Mark's box,
nice.
however, is pristine. His box is
Yeah,
pristine.
that's a good box.
That's a good
That-
one.
Yeah, I scored that off eBay a dozen years ago, and it was one of those things where I was
I like that.
browsing
I like that.
eBay from work in the
Flex
middle of the
test.
day, as one does,
As one does.
and somehow managed to land this off an eBay auction for like $120 or something.
Ugh.
And it was like
This
a
is why you search
collector
eBay
owned.
for newest listed and buy
Like-
it now.
It's just the box is immaculate. Everything inside of it was immaculate. It was beautiful, and I always wanted that. That came out when I was. What year was that? 1990 or was it
1989.
89.90.
89? Okay, so I was just entering high school around that time, or 89. I was freshman, sophomore in high school. So it was one of those sets that I thought was really super cool, but I just wasn't like getting a Lego at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was definitely a nice one.
I used
Love
to
it.
like. I mean, 89.90. That was I was headed to college, so I would always stop by Toys R Us and the cool displays. I remember when in Toys R Us, the Lego trains are actually in a different spot in Toys R Us, but seeing the layout there was awesome.
They always had them.
In the best
That was
possible
the-
way.
Gosh, we've hired Moto. What have we done?
That was
Which
always
guy
the
is getting
coolest
at?
thing. Walking into like a Toys R Us and seeing their space displays in the 80s, and just like it looks just like the catalog, and like like the M-Tron and Blacktron, and
Oh yeah.
that was just so cool. That was
I will say the old catalogs went so hard with the backgrounds, and now
Oh, yeah.
it's done in
The set
Photoshop.
used to come with a large poster. I
yeah.
wish they still came with posters.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you got that catalog, and this is before the internet, so that was your only window into what was happening, and you look for that little gold star, new in 1985 or whatever.
Yeah, I
it was.
just saw. I
Yeah.
was going through the catalog from this set, and I saw sets with
Yeah.
gold stars. I was like, that must be new. But
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but you get that, man. You be going if you had to get the bigger set to get the bigger catalog. See, they knew.
Yeah.
If you got that little pamphlet, you didn't see squat. But if you got the book, man.
But if your
But the
friend got
cover
the
was
bigger set-
always like reminding you that the systems played together. Because they would always have the spaceship zooming through downtown
Oh, yeah.
with the night going and all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff, and they were great. That first one with the pirate ship, the space guy and the castle guy, and the town guy looking at the pirates. That's
I have that one.
1989, I believe.
I have that one.
So amazing.
and it just got better when Time Cruiser. Oh, I forgot to grab my
Time Cruisers, there you go. That was some Walmart clearance fodder for sure.
Got some
That
That's an
was-
old one.
That was peak
Dom's got the
Lego.
time. What is it?
That was peak Lego for me. Was the Time Cruiser sets. Those things were just awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I'm actually trying to collect
Look,
this whole
I
theme.
just want to take a moment to remind. I want to remind Chris.
I'm building this set.
That the pilots are the
No way! I got one of those heads. These guys, these are hilarious.
Yes, you do have one of those heads. I meant to tell you about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love these guys.
Chayla, that's awesome.
They're so cool.
Right
They're such great pieces.
Here's 1985.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that one. That's pretty cool.
I assume this is the next year.
Mm-hmm. The logo's correct too. I like the old logo with a little bit more yellow in it. There you go. Look at him whizzing downtown, man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Red
Talk about some wild neighbors.
And that's Benny. That's the first Benny right there on that cover.
Don't do that.
Robot. Yeah, here they are racing each other.
That's a lot of horsepower. Sorry.
Hey, horse.
Oh yeah, here's the one you were talking about. Looking down at the pirates.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
I have
awesome.
that one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Xavier, do you have the Time Cruiser one?
Is that this one?
No, but that's still
No.
awesome though.
Well,
That's what
wait,
ninjas were
I'm
saying.
still going through. Wait, now next we've got Airplane, Islander, and Robot.
I have that one. That's a cool one.
Spirius.
I love Spires. That's another theme we're trying to collect.
Ooh,
I just got
the introduction of Aquanaut.
That's my favorite one. That right there. That is
Little Islanders
awesome.
and Castle in there too.
Yep.
Here we go. Everyone on the stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, those horses. That's awesome.
Gambling.
God, I remember when that old West stuff came out again.
Aliens.
UFO Robo Force.
Jesus.
The dark times.
The dark
The dark
times.
times.
I don't know
What
this-
came
oh, no.
first?
Okay, then Star Wars came out apparently.
Yeah,
I remember that very well.
99. Yep.
Star Wars.
And more Star Wars.
Yeah.
I looked everywhere for Darth Maul's ship, and I never found it.
Apparently, I have more monorails than I thought.
Oh,
And
See,
after
what
that
a
Star
problem.
Wars,
Awesome.
I don't know what that's doing in this binder. It doesn't belong in this binder.
and after that Star Wars magazine or catalog, they died out. That was the last one they did for North America, at least.
Wow. Wait, for North America, so there's more?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Europe still got them.
Look, I'm like Dom's head. Look there. Look.
Dude. That's actually really funny.
It is.
You sounded surprised that was.
That's hilarious.
I will say that the Star Wars Lego and I we have a bumpy relationship, but I do remember, and I was still a Lego fan, but I remember when the announcement was made that on like pulling up Mozilla on the browser and going to this new thing called Lugnet in like '99 from Rec Toys Lego and seeing this announcement about Lego Star Wars coming out. And my immediate thought was, hey, that's cool, Star Wars. But my big thought was like, dude, there's a lot of cool gray brick that I can build spaceships out of in sets, and which it really was. I mean, that was the main draw for me. But I do believe I saved up enough to go buy the entire Star Wars line, Classic and Episode 1, the day it came out, and I saw it in a Walmart. So that was a great day. And the Pod Racer set had snot techniques in it that were mind blowing, honestly, that because there were new pieces and stuff like that. And it changed the game in a lot of ways. And that's a great memory from '99. So
I remember I had a friend named Will who was he's around your guys' age, and when I was younger, he was my cool older friend, and he was like, "Hey Jeff, get your parents' permission. I'm going to go up to Vegas." And I was like, "What's in Las Vegas?" He's like, "Toys R Us," and I was like, "Okay, Toys R Us." So we cruised up to Vegas. I remember having $20 of hard-earned money with me. And he was like, I just got to pick up a few Lego sets. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, nerd.
You bet it all on black?
He bought every Star Wars set, including the Falcon, in that one day. And I bought like 2 action figures and was happy. But he's like walking out with like the big bundles of everything. And we get back to his place. And he's like, well, I'm going to build them. And I was like, oh, okay. And when I was 13, Lego was kind of out of the picture for me. But that day, I remember, I wasn't 13. How old was I? I was older. 99, 82, 17. I was 17 or 16. And I remember Will and I just building Lego for 2 days. And like when we got to the Falcon and getting those two ugly big pieces that go on top and, curved around, I'm like, they
I
could have
just
done
built
this
that
better.
the other week. Was the Falcon?
I just remember
Weird set.
all like the movies and stuff flashing through your head as you're building it, and you're like, these are neat. And then they sat on a shelf until he moved. And that was 5 years ago. Jesus.
Somewhere in this world, there is someone who probably still curses my name because of Lego Star Wars.
Good.
We could do it now, but
Yeah. I was in high school. I think I was 15 or 16 or something, and this was again
the Jedi. I've heard he just showed up when he said that.
Again, this was before the internet, but my aunt who lived in Chicago saw a newspaper ad that someone was selling their Lego collection and wanted to know if I was interested. And I think I paid like $150, $200, give or take, something like that, which to me at the time was, all of my money because I was a penniless high school kid. But this collection had the original monorail, the Black Seas Barracuda, the Eldorado Fortress, Kirby and Clipper, all of these really, really valuable, at that point already retired Lego sets. And I got it for, the cost of any one of those sets was as much as I paid for all of them. And I found out that the reason the guy was selling his Lego collection was he was getting into Star Wars. And this was 6 months before Star Wars Lego came out, and I knew they were coming out because I'd seen an article about it, and I didn't feel the need to tell him.
And
I still feel a little guilty about that to this day.
In the past.
You're good.
Every once in a while, you get a chance to screw a person over. Sometimes you just have to do that.
When it comes to Lego, maybe. So
That's
well,
what
no, sometimes people just don't realize it, or they don't care, or they're just trying to get rid of stuff. Pre-COVID, I got Meredith's husband sent me a Facebook Marketplace ad that said, "Hey, this guy south of the city has got this lot for, I think it was $200 was for a lot," and it showed all the instruction sheets and everything was bagged up and everything like that. And he's like, "I'm pretty sure I see a monorail in there." I'm like, "Oh, I definitely see a monorail in there." It wound up being, after I reparted all the sets together and put in instructions for everything, it was like $1,800 worth of retail value was $1,800.
Wow.
Oh,
secondary market, I didn't even figure it out, but I just went with retail price of what the sets cost when they came out, and I got it all for $200 because they just wanted to get rid of it.
why can't I find stuff like that? I'm on Marketplace every day, and all the goods are gone.
Meredith's husband has like weird sensory luck powers. I don't try to fathom how it happens, but it does.
Like I said earlier,
Chris,
one of the
your
best
arms
ways
look
is
incredible, dude.
I do. I look a little
Yeah,
ripped,
yeah.
like I said earlier, one of the best ways is search eBay for newest listed and buy it now. That's how you catch the auctions where the person doesn't know what they have.
Yeah.
I just got this photo from Jillian, so everybody say hey to Jillian because she's watching the show
Jillian.
right
Hey,
now.
Jillian.
Hello.
All I know is they haven't made Porkins yet in Lego, so once they do that, that'll be pinnacle.
They have made Porkins in Lego.
20
Yeah, but he's got that stupid print of the visor on him, so you can't just get a Porkins face.
Yeah.
And that
What's the
stinks.
point?
But yeah, Porkins is
man.
cool.
That's a dark
What?
time
You
right now.
can't?
What's wrong with time?
I've got a
Alright.
figure with a Porkins face right here.
Damn.
Thank you very much. Y'all are
That's
awesome.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Are you
you,
out,
Paul.
Paul?
Bye.
Take care.
See you,
Love
buddy.
your hair.
I
Comes back
have a
green.
new idea for a sig fig. I don't want have you guys seen this.
Oh, that's cool looking.
What is it? Zoom in. Show it big.
Zoom in on this.
Nice.
Yes.
Roller skates, cape, plume. Nice.
He just
I
needs
like
something Nexonites on him to be absolutely perfect.
it. Yeah.
He needs
Give
the
him an
loot.
Exonite sword.
You gotta give him the loot.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But the loot's not red, is it?
I mean,
Well,
no,
but you got to be able to sing "Brave Mark of Falworth."
Time Cruisers. That's funny though.
It's funny right
You
there.
don't want to
Oh,
make that a lot
just
I'm glad I
see
wasn't
Tom
drinking
Cruise.
any at
with,
that moment.
you know,
Oh,
dressed in your Benny costume and just add a red cape and a hat to it, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just it's the way to go. It's the next evolution.
I heard
Best
at the
hits
yard
ever.
sale Thursday night I missed out on the bigger time cruiser ship that actually uses like a boat haul. It had like box
Oh.
instructions for $60.
My new time cruiser car.
That's cool. That is cool.
that is cool. I like the wheels.
No, yeah, but this is my first time cruiser set. I plan on getting the rest of them because there's like what 7 in total. So
Something like that. I built the base at one point. I don't remember if it was something in a collection I acquired or if it was something I was building for Bricks and Wheels. But yeah, I built the base. It was hot garbage.
You
no,
know,
yeah, they're ugly. They're ugly sets, but I think they're neat looking.
it still would have been
Garbage.
cool for somehow Lego to come up with a 90th anniversary line to celebrate their birthday with the Time Cruisers theme, because what it was connecting all
It was
the themes,
like
future and past, together. They could have done that again, and that actually might have been fun.
I think that would have
But
been.
they-
That Jeff. That,
They trademarked another name for a future release called Dreams with extra Z's at the end, and I wonder if that's what
Extra
they're going to
what?
do. Sorry,
Extra what's at the end?
Dreams
Extra
without
Z's.
extra Z's at the end.
Dreams.
Thank you very much. Please speak
Extra
American
Z's
when
for the
you're in this
record.
room.
I'm adjusting my glasses with the incorrect finger. But I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be, where they're going to go into different themes in people's dreams.
Or were they?
Or something
Didn't they
like that.
also trademark or copyright Brick to the Future?
Yeah, that as well.
That's got to be a Time Cruisers remake.
I don't have a gift that makes fun of Canadians. Oh, wait, there we go. Beauty.
Hey, he was our president once, our prime minister once. Right?
There you go. Bo, how are
So
you?
American.
Our one
Oh.
Twitch viewer.
That's right. Well, there was one that gave this weird ad about something, but
I saw that.
Yeah, that was really bizarre. That was way
Yeah, I remember that happened on a Studbud stream. No, that happened on an Obiverse. Opie on TikTok. He has his own like YouTube show called the Obiverse, and that happened once, and it was pretty funny because it kept happening again and again and again. It was weird.
I fix this now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Tim did a Time Travelers, so you gotta watch that.
Oh, I haven't watched that. I'll go check that out.
That is the one set that I'm missing from the Time Cruisers line. The Mystery Mountain thing.
Yeah, let's see the boat. Let's see it.
It broke.
It broke.
Yeah, they weren't exactly robust.
There we go. We're gonna get a side view of the starboard side there. How's that? There you go.
Nice. I gotta pick that.
Where it
up.
just looks like they gave a 10-year-old a box of bricks and said build something, and then just released it as a set.
You know
Maybe
what?
it was like
I'm okay
a-
with that.
Yeah.
But it did. I mean, if the wings flapped when it rolled, all that kind of stuff. It had these little play features, and
Yeah,
they were great
I tried
parts
taking
back.
Timmy
So.
out, and now he's
Oh
dead.
yeah, God, they were
Pretty good.
amazing for parts. There's all kinds of stuff. It was kind of like they were made out of all the spare parts from other sets.
Just pull all that crap in there. It's-
Yeah, just put in a
They
put in
did
a
make
hat
new.
for every
They did make
past
new
set.
elements. They actually did.
The
make new
hats had
elements.
a reason. The hats were so that when they're back in
Mhm.
time, they put the
Yeah,
hat
yeah.
on and then they're in disguise.
Yeah.
Like
I
Doc
mean,
Brown
they-
with the money. It was all the right time. You know, he had money in every century, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's it. That's all.
What a funny theme! What a time to be alive.
It was
Nice.
interesting.
Not born.
That was almost when they were bankrupt, so they were.
Yeah, that
We
was
were going-
late '90s, dark age.
And in the past, Zoom, you told me that Lego had outlet stores where you can get Lego for super cheap. How many of those were around? And do any of the other guys have experience with these mystery
Well,
outlet stores?
basically, one of our Lego stores that is a proper Lego store now used to be the outlet store. It used to be up in Dawsonville, and the same manager that was there is now the manager of, and it's the Sugarloaf store. They moved over there.
Holy crap!
But yeah, for a while there, and you could go there, or you could go to KB Toys and find all the overstock from Lego being pumped at. Basically, it was 10% under retail because they marked it up 25% and then marked it back down at KB Toys. But But you could go to the Lego outlet and you don't know how many, and I don't know how many of the actual chiefs from Rock Raiders were they in that bin for like $1 a piece.
Oh my goodness!
And the 3 Star Wars figures in their little thing, a couple bucks a piece.
I have those. I got those a couple months back.
There were lots of that stuff. I got Paradisa in 1999. They were like 6-7 years old. They found a run of them, and they were Paradisa sets sitting there on the shelves. So yeah, so cool. It was great.
And then the other one is in Cherry Hill, Colorado. I think it's in the Cherry Hill Mall. I think. If I'm not mistaken.
It still an outlet though?
Or then maybe they moved. I don't know. Moto would have to chime in. I think. Well, that's where it used to be. I don't think it's an outlet store anymore.
I don't think Lego needs
a different location.
Anymore.
Yeah, I think they're all brand retail now.
Yeah,
so.
they've all changed. There's no longer the outlet mall stores, but I think the only 2 were Colorado and here in Atlanta.
What did they look like?
It was just it looked like a retail store. I mean, it looked like a brand retail.
Oh, they had a little more of a warehousey feel to them because they used to be larger and because they had a lot more stock because they had all the stuff that nobody wanted.
He says I miss KB Toys. I worry about the people who used to manufacture that thing that looked like a raccoon tail attached to a ball that would run around in that fish bowl in the front.
So
that guy lost his business apparently after KB went out. So
let me tell you, Mr. Giddens, at one time when I was an early married Knutson, my wife and I were living paycheck to paycheck, and so I had a part-time job at KB Toy Works,
nice,
which was a standalone store near our Target, and we were required that every time those things stopped, we had to replace the batteries in them fresh and just keep them rolling.
And that dog flipping backflips too going on there.
God, and the robots with the it was. Yeah.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Sadly, I was not into Lego at that time. I was working there for my discount because Star Wars action figures.
Star Wars action figures.
Yeah. So when I first moved to Atlanta in 2005, I started working at the Sugarloaf store when it still looked like the outlet store, and it still had like the wire shelving and all that stuff. I worked there for about a year.
Yep. Awesome. Yep. But they stopped. They stopped getting good deals with those special stickers and stuff like that. And it just became the retail stores. So
that's still pretty cool.
But now, I mean, it just imagine going to a store that was a Walmart clearance, but it's not as good of prices. That was what it was. So kind of thing.
And Walmart clearance is not being consistent anymore. No. From store to store, it's crazy. It's not. It's there. My store has like no clearance ever anymore. And then you go to some other places and it's just like a freaking wasteland. So it's very inconsistent.
Well, I talked to my Walmart. She said she had a ton of clearance for Lego in the back on a cart, but I don't know if it's going to get put out or shipped to another store to be clearance there. I'm not sure. So
yeah, it seems like they're changing their policies and stuff like that. And ever since Toys R Us closed, and now that Walmart and Target are more integrated with Lego, it seems to have completely changed the game. So.
Yeah, but sometimes you can find it. Hey guys, we are at an hour and a half. We had a great conversation, but I want to say this, and going back to the point I made when you guys hopped on, the best thing about Lego, and I would say all of us would agree, is the community that's around it, the friends that we've made, the relationship we built. I've known this guy right over here for 20 plus years because of Lego. Best friends in the world that I've made in this group. It's great to come. Even though COVID kind of started this, having these conversations that we have at Lego conventions to hang out with our folks, which we didn't have back in those days, is still a blessing. So community, the friends around it, don't ever take that for granted because we can all find commonality around the brick. Even if you're a collector or a builder or whatever you are, the brick is still
like Castle or Pirates
or Exo Knights.
Which is basically Castle and Space together.
It is.
It's like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. It's so good. Best of both worlds.
I had a moment and y'all just like romped right on through it. So
I'm sorry.
Everybody have a great night. Be awesome and build awesome and be kind to your neighbor. Good night.